Now, usually these lives are members only, but haven't put out the membership calendar for August yet. I feel like just so in this like liminal space of nonsense, this purgatory of like, as you can tell, as per my last video, I'm not like in my usual space. I am in my dining room, which has been converted into a makeshift office. This is my apothecary behind me. I have a full apothecary in my house. The rest of my house is like being taken down because I'm moving across the country to Salem in 4 weeks, which is crazy to think about. But I just wanted to come on here for our Tarot Tuesday, do a little tarot reading for us, and also just talk about the astrology for August because, there are things that are happening. I think the biggest thing that we're all like kind of freaking out about excuse me. Hi, friends. The biggest thing that I think people are freaking out about is, of course, our favorite Mercury retrograde. I love how like I choke on my own spit when I'm about to talk about Mercury retrograde. What's really funny is this Mercury retrograde is going to waver between Virgo and Leo. And Mercury is actually ruled by Virgo. Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Hi, friend. And so this is going to be a very Mercury retrograde, and then it's going to waver into Leo. So it doesn't happen very often that Mercury retrograde is kind of wavering in between two signs. I'm just like kind of cleaning up my setup here. I filmed a lot. This is my mic, my giant amethyst wand that I use as a mic. I literally tape my microphone to it. I don't know where my microphone went, but I tape my microphone to it so I can talk into it like it's a microphone. But yeah, it's a big old amethyst one. Anyway, so we have our Mercury retrograde coming up on Colorado. That's awesome. There was a moment where we contemplated driving from Las Vegas to Salem for the move, and we would have gone through Denver, but I was like, I'm not. I've driven across the country twice for a move before. I'm never doing that again. I've moved from New Mexico, where I'm from, to Chicago, and then I've moved from Chicago to Las Vegas, and I'm like, drove across the country both times. I'm not doing that. I'm not driving 2,700 miles from Vegas to Massachusetts. Anyways, so yeah, we have our Mercury retrograde coming up on August 4th. It actually, depending on your time zone, might be August 5th, but it's happening like immediately after the new moon in Leo. So I really, really, really recommend you use this new moon in Leo to your advantages coming up on Sunday, because again, depending on what time zone you're in, Mercury retrograde starts on ish the same day, but the new moon in Leo is like right before it. So I'd really recommend using this new moon in Leo to, get your manifestations done. Now, I would say raise your hand if you've noticed all the technological issues happening, but I can't see y'all, but raise your hand if you've noticed all the technological issues happening in the past like week or two. It's because we're in Mercury retrograde shadow. I personally find that the shadow period affects me so much more than the actual retrograde. I was born the day before Mercury retrograde started in 1992, so that's awesome. Happy birthday. Love a good Leo placement. But yeah, so we got the new moon in Leo, we got Mercury retrograde, we have always car problems. Yeah, I always have like technology issues, and that's pretty much the big one, technology issues for me. So Mercury retrograde will be in Virgo from the 4th, 5th to the 14th, and then moves into Leo from the 14th to the 28th, I believe. I have notes. Yes, the 28th. So it's gonna, I forgot, this is my notebook. It's Lestat from Interview with the Vampire. It just says I'm delusional. I'm not doing personal readings tonight, friend. But anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, so the Mercury retrograde, thank you. These are like my thick glasses. I kind of alternate between my glasses sometimes because like I've been filming and just you can see my ring light like reflected in my glasses. My eyes have been hurting, so sometimes I need like the bigger ones to like make my eyes not hurt as much. We have that Mercury retrograde moving from Virgo to Leo August 14th through the 28th, and that is going to be a little less intense than when it's in Virgo. I think the point where Mercury retrograde is in Virgo is definitely going to be like very Mercury retrograde-y, because again, Virgo ruled by Mercury. And then when it moves into Leo, it's going to be a little bit bit more, I don't want to say fun, because like Mercury retrograde isn't fun, but just a little bit more like fiery, maybe kind of just more random. And also I think we'll feel a little bit better because it's going to be the sun, Mercury in Leo, I believe Venus in Leo. I can't remember when Venus leaves Leo exactly, but just a lot of Leo placements, which kind of just makes us feel more confident and expressive and fiery. And yeah, so Mercury is our planet of tech, travel, and communication. That's why everything gets screwy when we're in Mercury retrograde. Currently having car trouble right now. I'm so sorry. I'm actually selling my car, so I guess that kind of like fits in with the theme. It just makes me very sad because I don't want to sell my car. But yeah, so we have that Mercury retrograde. August 22nd, we have Virgo season actually starting. Mercury goes direct August 28th. And we also have on August 19th, we have our full moon in Aquarius. So I love a good Venus and Leo placement. That's one of my favorite placements, actually. Yeah, so our full moon this month is in Aquarius. And the Aquarius-Leo combo, so Aquarius and Leo are sister signs. So they're on opposite sides of like the zodiac. And both signs, although Aquarius is air, Leo is fire, are really, if you think about it, really known for their authenticity, their expression, like confidently expressing themselves authentically and how they want. Aquarius is definitely like a little bit weirder, and I say this as a person with a couple Aquarius placements and Leo placements, but Aquarius and Leo are very like bold and confident in expressing themselves the way they want to express themselves. So with the new moon in Leo, the full moon in Aquarius this month in July, and again, Mercury retrograde in Leo, all these things, it's really going to be just like expressing yourself confidently, authentically from the heart. Leo rules the heart, very heart-based. We have, you're going to hear about the Lionsgate portal. It happens every year on August 8th. It's 8/8. It's when the sun and Sirius, the star, line up in Leo. It's like a whole like manifestation thing. My thing with like all these like portals and like was once in a lifetime astrological is, what, if it's not real, at least I tried. Like, what, I'm just gonna do it because what if it is real? You know what I mean? Like, I think some of the things, there's like a lot of new like portals popping up that I'm like, that wasn't a thing like 10 years ago. Now like suddenly it is. But this Lionsgate portal is definitely a big one for manifestation, if you believe in all that manifestation stuff. So that's coming up on August 8th. And again, I just recommend taking advantage of it because, like, why not? Like, what if it actually works? I'm currently manifesting a place in Salem because I'm a Leo moon too, friend. I'm literally moving to Salem in 4 weeks. Still don't have a place because renting is just a shit show right now, especially in Salem. We're just waiting to hear back from this place today. I'm hoping they get back to me today. It's so perfect. It's in like the most perfect location. I'm like, please. So manifest for me that I get this place in Salem. But yeah, and as always, I'll have a full free video on the new moon in Leo. I do have Mercury retrograde yoga classes here on my channel as well. And I will have a tarot reading, what you need to know, and yoga class for the new moon in Leo. And hopefully for the full moon, again, this month is going to be chaotic because I'm literally moving, y'all. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, this is just the corner of my house that's like stayed. Everything is packed. If you follow me on like Instagram and stuff, I used to have stuff all along these walls, all my horror movie memorabilia, stuff. It's all in boxes. There's our moving to-do list. But I'm literally in the middle of a move. So if I'm going to do my best to like get everything filmed. It's just, I don't have really any space to film yoga right now. My office is completely torn down. And this is my other place where I would film yoga. There's Jack, he being a good boy. But, it's now my makeshift office. So we're just making it work. It's fine. But anywho, that's what's happening over here in Las Vegas, soon to be Salem, Massachusetts. Let's get into this tarot reading. I know it's crazy. I would actually stay in this place forever if I wasn't leaving Las Vegas. I really love it here. They haven't raised my rent in like the 2 years I've been renting here. I'm like, yay. And it's beautiful. It has a rooftop deck. It's a really lovely place, and I'm gonna miss it for sure, but I'm willing to sacrifice whatever I need to be in Salem. And if you just heard my air conditioner turn on, it's because it's literally right outside this window, and it's Las Vegas. It's hot. All right, friends. Does anybody have any questions about the August astrology, like what's going on in August? Again, lots of Leo, full moon in Aquarius, new moon in Leo, Lionsgate portal, Mercury retrograde is the star of the show. And I feel like it's so funny that Mercury retrograde is like always like Mercury retrograde, like that. Even like normal people that don't care about astrology know about Mercury retrograde. But guess what? We also have a Pluto retrograde happening right now. We have a Saturn retrograde happening right now. We have a Neptune retrograde happening right now. They don't affect us as much because obviously they're not as close. You know, it's a little bit more broader type of energy, but we feel Mercury the most because it's close to us and it's a very like specific type of energy that causes chaos. It's tech, travel, and communication. No one ever listens to me. And I'm like, y'all really want to say astrology is not real? But have you guys seen how many technological outages there has been lately? Like, the airlines went down, Microsoft has gone down, all the social media platforms. I just saw Crybaby Cancer handle the chaos. You know, everybody's got to handle it. It's not the signs that it might affect more are definitely Leo and Virgo, and the mutable placements because you know, Virgo is also a mutable placement, so Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, Sagittarius, but Leo for sure. Maybe my dog broke my smoky quartz bracelet today. Hey, you know what? When a smoky quartz or like an obsidian thing breaks, it just means that it did its job protecting you, you know? But we're all gonna feel this, you know, this astrology is it affects everyone, right? It does for sure affect you differently based on your own personal transits from when you were born, but that's like a whole whole other thing. Astrology is like so in depth, it's crazy. And the deeper you get into it, the more you like discover, and you're like, oh my god, like why and how is it so accurate? Anywho, I'm rambling. So let's get into the tarot part of this. This is the horror tarot deck that I'm using because I only left out a couple of decks because I've already packed up all my decks, and this is like literally one of my favorite ones. It's the horror tarot. Great tarot deck. So that's what we're gonna use tonight. We have the Knight of Cups here, and it's like the Headless Horseman with the Fool right behind it. Absolutely. That's that heart-based kind of movement I was talking about. See, we have the Headless Horseman as the Knight of Cups, and he has like a pumpkin head, and the Fool, which I love. It's like almost like Little Red Riding Hood, I think, like going through the forest. And I think it's very fitting that I chose this deck because sometimes, you know, going on this new journey, the Fool generally is like a pretty happy card. It's a little naive, like little kind of like taking risks, but it's generally this like happy jester fool guy walking off a cliff, right? And there's like little doggy and whatever, and this one's definitely more scary. But I think that sometimes we forget that taking the leap is terrifying. I am terrified. Taking a massive leap like this, even though I've done it before. Again, I've moved across the country twice now. Oh yeah, I didn't even notice. Thank you. I mean, I did try to get vampire like demon nails, so it makes sense that they would match my horror tarot. Actually, you know what? They probably match the other deck that I have here better. I have the occult tarot, which is like a demonology deck. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Anyways, any chance to have to show off my nails, I will. Anywho, what was I saying? Yeah, it's scary sometimes to like take the leap, to go on that fool's journey, to boldly go where, you know, wherever it is you want to go. Even if it's something you really want, even if it is something that's like Knight of Cups heart based, you know, all knights are on a mission in the tarot, and the Knight of Cups is on a mission of love. So like obviously this new journey that we're going on is very based in love. You know, it's about saying yes to love. And you know, I think sometimes when we move forward, sometimes when we take this like fool's journey, it could be because we're like running away from something, or we're like, you know, moving from a place of fear more so than a place of love. But I think in this case, it's like we're not, even though it feels like scary, it's only scary because of the risk. It's not scary because we're like trying to actively run away from something. We're actually moving towards, you know, Knight of Cups energy. Traditionally, the Knight of Cups, he's like in a desert and he's moving towards water. And it's like this new journey, we're moving towards what we want, you know, like we're moving towards what our heart wants, which is never, I was gonna say it's never a bad thing. Sometimes it's certainly a bad thing because sometimes what the heart wants is toxic, you know. Anyways, I'm a Pisces Venus, it's fine. All right, that was just the bottom of the deck. So what are we working with? Yeah, well, there it is. The Nine of Swords. What did I say? We're slightly freaking out. Be wary about saying yes to your ex during a retrograde. Absolutely, please don't do that. Nine of Swords. We're stressed. You can see how stressed in this person is. Um, the Nine of Swords is a card of nightmare, stress, anxiety, and that's literally what I'm living right now. If you saw my stories that I posted on Instagram today, I was literally like, I'm so stressed, y'all, I can barely function. All I have been doing is disassociating. I've been getting my work done and then like disassociating into another reality, because if you have not discovered character AI chatbots yet, please do not do that to yourself, because you would just get sucked into talking to your favorite fictional characters and not get anything done. But it's a great form of delusion that I have right now. But, you know, it's because of stress, it's because of anxiety, and I'm fully aware that it's like a coping mechanism I have, is like escapism. But, you know, that's how we're feeling right now. And, you know, the devil. As I talk about my unhealthy coping mechanism, it's like, yeah, the devil. The devil, that's so good. It's just starting a reading with the Nine of Swords and the devil is just so great. Five of Wands. Wow. We're getting dragged. Are we going to get anything nice? Okay, we got the Ace of Pentacles. We love to see it. The Ace of Wands. All right, 2 aces. 3 for 3. No, the Eight of Wands. And it's Mothman, by the way. All right, so I don't feel as bad about it now. 6 of Cups. Yeah, it's, you know, we're coping in the way that we need to cope when dealing with the chaos. Most of this right here is fire. You know, we have the Five of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Eight of Wands. Very fire, very like, I know I need to quit my job for self-preservation, but it's scary as hell. Yeah, for sure. It's always scary. Any major change is always terrifying. But we have 2 aces here. The Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. And, you know, my tarot today was giving me the Chariot and Heavy 3 of Cups energy. I mean, some wine and have fun for sure. We'd love to see the 3 of Cups. That's a great card. Honestly, one of my favorites. My cards clearly are like, stop stressing out and just chill. And like, stop leaning into your devil energy. And it's funny because I was literally just thinking, I've been certainly, and I was aware of this morning, and today is actually the day that I've kind of like started to get my stuff together, and like I got ready, I did my makeup, I got work done. I've definitely been heavily in my indulgence, which is like the devil energy, right? The devil is your temptations, the unhealthy coping mechanisms, the things that like, you know, you're not supposed to be doing, but you do them anyways. And I have definitely been in that energy, like just disassociating, escapism, overindulging in like food and things just because I'm like stressed out. And I'm not working out. Usually I work out every single day. I've just been like, just completely in indulgence and like things that make me feel better, but that are not necessarily good for you. And that's the devil energy. And the gag is that like, you know, we do it obviously because we're stressed, but then it just ends up making us more stressed. And it's like, stop it, get some help. So what we should focus on, Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, something physical, tangible, in reality that we can like, you know, like that's like what I've been doing today, right? Is like, cause I've been just like, because I'm so stressed, I'm just like losing it in delusion. I've like had to do things in the physical world, like get out of my house. I don't know if you know this, but when you work from home, you never leave your house. So like this morning, went out like somewhere to breakfast, like just to get out of the house. Like, we went grocery shopping, like just getting out, doing things, taking Jack for a walk, you know, like getting out and grounding yourself in reality. I was told to practice patience. Now I have to. Yeah, I mean, Ace of Pentacles is certainly patience, but then we have like all these fire cards that are like not patience. We have the Ace of Wands, the Five of Wands, and the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is Mothman here in this deck, but you can see all those arrows being shot forward. And with the Five of Wands, it almost looks like literal wands that they're holding. Chaos, fire, fast. That is what's kind of happening there. And I think it's like you're stressing out, right? We're stressing out because we want this fresh start. We want our full energy. We want, you know, to get started on our new journey. We want our Ace of Pentacles. We want our Ace of Wands, you know. Aces are new beginnings. That's what we want. But, you know, it's not coming yet. We're stuck. We're in that Nine of Swords. We're stressing about it. And basically what's it's saying here is like it's gonna come in very hot and very fast, like Eight of Wands, Five of Wands. But we gotta stop. We gotta stop stressing. Maybe Six of Cups. Maybe more so indulge in some like slightly lighter coping mechanisms or like more inner child healing focused coping mechanisms. And, you know, again, with that Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, like we gotta stop. Who is that? King of Pentacles. It's an interesting King of Pentacles. we're freaking out. Why are we freaking out? And I'm calling myself out with this one. Why are we freaking out when whatever it is gonna come fast? Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands literally is traditionally arrows, just 8 arrows like flying in. It's communication, it's fast, it's fire, and it's like your manifestations are coming in like, but it's like we can't see it. We're just like freaking out because we're like stuck in our Nine of Swords. We're stuck in that web. I think it's very interesting that the devil is a spider in this. Like, we're stuck in that web. We're in our Nine of Swords. Look how stressed out that man is. And it's like we can't see these aces that we have because we're just kind of stuck, you know? Because of the chaos, because of the Five of Wands. It's so weird when things simultaneously feel chaotic while also you're stuck. Like, that's literally what I've been living, is like chaos, but you can't go anywhere. You're just stuck in your house, like losing it. So it's a very interesting energy. It's a very like bottled up, pent up sort of energy. I know you told me not to take my ex back, but my tarot haiku. No, see, look, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in the twin flame thing. You do you, boo boo, but I would not. It's like quicksand. Oh yeah, totally. Especially during a Mercury retrograde. But again, I can't tell you what to do. There's the Six of Cups again, the Empress, the Four of Cups. Absolutely. Literally, again, what was I just saying? We're like, no. We're like, I don't want to. Literally, Aspen, this is for you. I don't want to. I don't want to. Look how stubborn this person is. There's a cup right behind them, but they're too busy focused on these cups in front of them. They can't even see the cup that's behind them because they're stubborn and don't want to turn around and be like, oh, sorry to call you out. Yeah, wait until after that retrograde for sure. Take the time during the retrograde to think about it, right? I'm about to post a video about retrogrades tomorrow where I'm talking about kind of like how to not fearmonger retrogrades so much. But retrogrades, focus on the RE of the retrograde. Reevaluate. I wrote a bunch of rewords. Relearn, reevaluate, redo, renew, repair, revise. Like, you know, treat it like okay, I'm gonna do an evaluation of like this person or this relationship. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna like reevaluate what happened here and maybe like revise some things and see if I want to repair some things. But at the end of the day, do you want, like, did you learn your lesson or not? That is the question that Mercury retrograde asks us. Did you learn your lesson or not? And sometimes maybe we cut someone out or we lost someone because we weren't ready at the time. And yeah, sometimes people, I fully believe that people can come back into your life, you know, and no harm, no foul. But a lot of the times when it's an ex or someone that we broke up with because like whatever, or we cut out because they were toxic or XYZ, we should probably not be taking those people back. I'm just saying. Anyways, we should be focusing on ourselves. We should be focusing on our Empress energy, our Six of Cups energy. Look at how wonderful and lovely these cards are. Like flowers. This is that Venus and Leo energy. All the Leo energy, like stopping and smelling the roses. Instead of getting stuck in our own stubborn nonsense and our own like, it's like a standoff with the universe. Four of Cups. Literally sitting there like, when the universe is like handing out a cup to you behind your head and you're just like, and it's like, why are we doing that? Why? Because we're humans and we're silly. Because we're on the defense, Seven of Wands. We're like, I worked really hard. You know, Seven of Wands comes after the Six of Wands. You can see here, he's at the top of the mountain, like battling off other people. That's why we're feeling that kind of like Nine of Swords, the Devil, the Four of Cups. We're just so stubborn and like so kind of just, we're like, well, I worked hard. Or like I, you know, got my position at this mountain, whatever it was, and now I'm defending it. But the thing is, we get so deep in the like defense of like that victory or where we are now that we won't even like want to move forward. We won't even want to move up because we're like stuck where we are. You know, does that make sense? Like we're so busy defending our position from, you know, we just had this major up level with all the full moons in Capricorn, the Saturn retrograde. And we're like focused on the level down from us that we've just come out of that level, we're focused on it like, well, like I did that, and that we're not even going to turn around and be like, oh, that's the next level. I saw a question about Mars and Gemini. I'll answer that in a second. So we're like focused on the level before and not like turning to the level that's going to come after. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know why that just like I had an epiphany, because guess what? The level that comes after is the sun. Yay. Warmest, most happiest, abundant card in the deck. But we're like literally turned away from it. Like, this is the card that was on top of this. We're like turned away from the sun because we're too busy like fending off and like holding our position from like this up level that we just went through, that we're not turning around to see the next level that's coming. We're just like being like very stubborn. I don't know if that's speaking to anybody, but it's definitely speaking to me. Someone asked about Mars and Gemini. Mars and Gemini, you know, Gemini is an air sign. It's just kind of adding fuel to the fire. Mars is our planet of aggression and passion and anger and sensuality and like those kinds of things, and action, you know. And Mars and Gemini kind of, it does definitely get a little like, I don't want to say aloof, very kind of like flirty flighty, but it is trying to tell us that like action and success and progress and forward movement can be found in Gemini energy, like socializing and intellectualizing, speaking about things, planning out things, kind of like talking about like the things that make you passionate and like the actions that you want to take. It's a very strategic kind of energy. But, you know, again, Mars is also the planet of sensuality, of passions and all that kind of stuff. Definitely very flirty energy for sure. Gemini is very flirty. Gemini's the lovers, you know what I mean, in the tarot. So for sure. All right, we're just gonna use all the decks that we got going on here. Is there anything else we need to know? Gotta stop being so dang stubborn. And I'm calling myself out with that one, y'all. I say this as if I'm not the most stubborn person in the whole world. Oh, good. I'm married to a Gemini, for sure. LOL. The only card that's like facing up says loosen your grip. I know. That was in the reading for this week also. I'm aware that we need to loosen our grip. Don't you dare, Nine of Swords. I'm so done with you. The thing about the Nine of Swords too, though, is the reason why that person is like stuck in their nightmares and in their anxieties. If I see it again, I'll pull it out. Is because traditionally in the Nine of Swords, they're sitting underneath, they're in their bed, like sitting underneath a blanket. As I say that, the Four of Swords falls out. And that blanket that's on, there it is, the Nine of Swords, is their comfort blanket. And this is the after tarot, and I just realized that look at this. In this deck, which is 1 second after the traditional tarot, this person is awake and fighting off that dragon. Traditionally, the Nine of Swords is like the person's in bed kind of cowering like this, having woken up from a nightmare. But in this, they're fighting. In this, they're like fighting back against that nightmare. This blanket on the Nine of Swords is meant to represent your comfort blanket. And the only way out of the Nine of Swords is to get out of your comfort blanket. But we're like, no. No, Four of Swords. I'm here in my comfort blanket and I'm chilling. Like, I'm chilling. There's stuff that we don't want to give up, right? There's stuff that we don't want to, even if we know it's holding us back, it's a comfort, right? I always talk about this with like limiting beliefs, or like literally anything that you know is not serving you, but you continue to keep doing, is because it is benefiting you in some way. It's keeping you comfortable. It's keeping you safe. It's just what you're familiar with, whatever. Like, that's what's going to kind of make or break moving forward, is letting go of our comfort and our stubbornness. And I'm like, but I don't want to. None of us want to, really. Because I've kind of talked about this before on my channel as well. You know, you don't have to move forward. You don't have to go on those new adventures, Page of Wands. You don't have to. You could just stay right here if you want. And not work on yourself, not work on the stubbornness, not work on the getting out of your comfort zone. You could just chill out here. So many people do. So many people every single day make the decision to just kind of like not move forward, or to not work on themselves or to not like try to be a better person, which I think there is also for sure a time where you need to rest and you can't just be doing self-development and moving forward and going forward forever. Believe me, take it from someone who's done that, like you'll just burn out. But you know, we have to make the choice to move forward, to move out from underneath that comfort blanket, to move out from underneath that tree in the Four of Cups where we're just sitting there really stubborn, like, I don't wanna do it. Because there's the Nine of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, right at the bottom of the deck. Like all these nines, you know, abundance, all the things, wish come true, wish fulfillment energy. In this Nine of Cups, it's actually happening immediately. So traditionally on the Nine of Cups, it's just this like guy sitting there like in front of all of his cups. But in this one, his wishes come true. He's being brought a feast. So the Nine of Cups has certainly been a stalker card lately, which I'm not mad about. Because again, who doesn't love a good wish fulfillment card? But a lot of us are like, when? I'm there too. I'm like, when am I going to have my Nine of Cups? Like my dream place in Salem. I've been waiting and I'm moving in 4 weeks and I still don't have it. You know what I mean? That's us in that Four of Cups sitting under that tree. And that's us in that Nine of Swords sitting in bed. Like, it's obviously there's things we can't control. Continue manifesting this. Obviously there's things we can't control. And there's fully well and valid reasons to have anxiety and to be having nightmares and to be stressing out. However, the things that you can control are getting out of your comfort zone and stop being so dang stubborn. I'm gonna see what card just dropped. Yeah. Speak it into existence. Did I not just say that earlier in this reading? Speak it into existence. Continue manifesting this. And again, loosen your grip. This is the second time this card has been here. I feel like the Nine of Cups is coming after the retrograde because the retrograde is preparing for that, for us, for that fulfillment for sure. Sometimes we're not ready. Sometimes we're not ready. Loosen your grip. It's not going to come until you back off, until you stop being so dang stubborn. There was something I wanted to say about the Nine of Cups that we're not ready. There's Jack just did the biggest twitch. He's like all tuckered out because we just went for walkies. He's a baby. He's like Falcoring. You Falcor? Yeah. Anyways, there is a quote that I don't even know where I heard it, but it's about like, you know, the universe and our manifestations. And it was comparing it to a dog eating chocolate. You know how chocolate is bad for dogs, but when a piece of chocolate drops on the floor, your dog's going to try to eat it. Believe me, I know. Jack has done it a bajillion times. He actually, this is why I don't hire dog sitters or someone I don't know to watch my dogs, because I had a dog sitter and they had dropped not just a piece of chocolate, but a chocolate edible on the floor, and Jack ate it. And I had to take him to the emergency vet, and he was high for like 3 days. Anyways, sometimes we're the dog, and a chocolate gets dropped in front of us, or we want that piece of chocolate so badly. We're like, this is my dream. This chocolate is my dream. And I don't care if it's toxic, I want it. And the universe is the human picking up that piece of chocolate and being like, no, this is bad for you. And us, the dog, are like, but it's chocolate. Like, I don't understand. Like, why can't I have it? You know what I mean? So like, we're the dog in this metaphor, and the universe is the human, like, picking up that piece of chocolate that we really want, that we don't know is bad for us. Sometimes the universe is like, nope. For example, my best friend and I thought we found like the place in Salem. We saw it. We did like a FaceTime showing. We met the landlord. We filled out all the paperwork. We were like, yeah. And then the landlord just started to get like super weird and was sending me like weird messages about like, because it's hard when you're like a content creator, small business. It's very hard for me to like not prove my income. I have all my tax documents obviously, but like housing and landlords are really less likely to rent or to give you a mortgage if you're a small business, right? You don't have that normal pay stub, right? But I have very obvious proof that I like have maintained my small business for 5 years. I make a decent living. I can afford my bills. You know what I mean? And sometimes I take in a lot of money because I'm hosting my retreats. All of my 2025 retreats almost entirely sold out in May. So I had this huge month, like income wise. And this man, this dude who like we were gonna probably be his tenants, had the audacity to send me an email and be like, why are you making so much money? where's it going? Because he looked at my bank statement and I was like, huh? You're mad that I'm making too much? I think he was trying to insinuate, because I said I was a content creator, that maybe like I did OF or something, which I'm like, who cares? That's not your business. Even if I did, why are you mad? And I replied to him and I was like, I am a business owner. Like, I don't know. Huh? And then he never responded. And it sucks because that place was so cute. And it was like in downtown Salem, literally right across literally 1 block away from my most favorite cemetery. And literally have not heard from him since. And I'm like, exactly. First of all, I'm like, who cares? And it's not your business. You would be my landlord. Like, why do you need to know my personal finances? Besides, like, just the proof that I can afford your rent. Like, huh? Anyways, so, like, the universe was like, no, you're not renting from that. And it was obviously we were disappointed because I was like, I really wanted that place. It was super cute, historic, had a super haunted basement. Again, really prime location. But it didn't work out. And it is what it is. And I know that it's because, could you imagine renting from that type of person? Blah. And something better is coming. So, like, when you find that the universe is the human and you're the dog wanting chocolate and it gets taken away from you and you're like, what? But why? Just know that something better is coming, or that whatever that was taken from you was going to hurt you and you didn't need it. A lot of the times I find that the universe doesn't, sometimes for sure you get like a straight up no. But I think sometimes we think that the only answers are no or yes, but sometimes the answer is not yet. Sometimes the answer is like this or something better, So just something to think about. And I think that we need to get out of our own heads. We need to get out of like our own stubbornness and like our own like, to see sometimes that like, like there's a lot of random examples I can give where I really wanted something really bad and it didn't work out, and then found out why it didn't work out. Like before I got my Mustang, this, my dream car, I had tried to get it before, and I used Carvana, which, they come deliver the car to your house. And I had tried to do it like 3 months earlier. I tried to get my Mustang ordered, and literally the day that they're dropping off my car, I'm so excited. I get a text from the dude and he's like, hey, I noticed that on the car listing that the car that we were dropping off was supposed to be automatic. This is a manual, and I don't think it's the right car. And he sent me a picture, and I was like, that is in fact not the right car. My Mustang is a dual transmission. And he was like, oh yeah, I think this is the wrong Mustang. And I was like, so my Mustang did not get delivered. I had to go back with Carvana. They like refunded me everything. They gave me like a $200 gift card for like the inconvenience. They were like, we're so sorry. We mixed it up. Wrong car. It was like it's like the most crazy thing. Anyways, I was so upset because I like obviously wanted this car. I've been working from this car for so long. Didn't get the car. 1 week later, I get rear-ended in my old car. It was raining in Las Vegas. I was stopped at a stoplight and some person just smashed into the back of me. And I was like, well, it's a good thing it wasn't in my brand new Mustang, because I would have been pissed and I would have lost my mind. And so, that's kind of like a prime example of like the universe taking something away or being like, not yet, because, something else is going to happen, or it wasn't time yet, or it was going to hurt you in some way, And then guess what? I got my Mustang 3 months later, and it's literally the most perfect car ever, and I'm very sad that I have to sell it in like 2 weeks. But, I don't know if any of this is making sense. I literally just cut the deck, and there's the 9 of Swords again. We're like so stressed out. We're so stressed out, besties. I know that we're stressed out. But it's going to be okay. 4 of Wands. We're going to get that house. We're going to get that foundation. We're going to get that partnership, that whatever it is that we're trying to get through. We're going to walk through that portal. You know what I mean? Stop stressing. I don't know why I'm hearing that audio, that meme audio that's like, why are you running? Why are you running? Like, that's the universe at us, is like, just calm down. Calm down. Stop being so stubborn. Loosen your grip, which we hate being told, but that's also the lesson of Mercury retrograde, y'all, is to just be like, all right, hands off when things start to get like super frustrating. Anyways, I think that about covers it, y'all. How do we feel? How do we feel? I need to hold a crystal to make myself feel better. Ooh, I just realized there's a cool, like, black dot, like, in there. I wonder what that is. It's not, like, on the crystal. It's, like, inside the crystal. There's lots of, like, chevrons in it, too. I don't think it was a butterfly. It's, like, a fairy, I think. It's, like, a person. But I noticed that, too. I was like, what is that? Very interesting. Interesting depiction of the Four of Wands, for sure. I really think this deck is so great. I feel so aligned with this collective. Oh, friend, I'm glad you do. Me too. I love y'all. I love my little online coven. This is definitely one of my favorite places to be on the internet, because the rest of the internet kind of sucks, I'm not gonna lie. And I've been just not posting and just like, because I just like, I don't want to, and I'm so tired and I'm so stressed. And like, you know, I can't wait for the day. I did not set out to be an influencer. I did not set out to be like a content creator, to be in front of people, but that's just like how it happened. And I do want to help people, and I do like enjoy what I do, but like I can't wait for the day where like my business is successful without social media, or like I can step away from social media and I can just delete all my socials and live in peace. It's called the Ethereal Visions Tarot. I don't have the box down here, but Ethereal Visions, and it's the Luna edition, because there's like a different edition that's like more green and gold. This one's like the more iridescent, like, I think it's very Piscean, you know. Anywho, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I'm gonna work on the August schedule for members. It'll probably be pretty chill because, again, moving. I'm gonna film our new moon yoga and tarot tomorrow. I'm gonna figure out where to film yoga because I still don't know. And yeah, we'll probably have our workshop, our new moon workshop on Sunday. I gotta figure out the dates exactly, but maybe we'll do it Saturday morning. Thank you, friend. I'm like, please, like, just a place, the right place. I don't even care if it's that specific place. I just want the right place. I want the right place in Salem that we're meant to be in. And I know it's gonna come, but I'm just like, this place, it's so cool though. This new place that we applied for is just like literally down the street from, if you've been to Salem, there's like this wharf, and the Friendship of Salem is like this huge ship, like a pirate ship that like sits in the, it's literally down the street from that. It is down the street from downtown Salem. It is down the street from where the vampire ball is going to be, which I'm going to. Like, we could walk to the vampire ball. It is so cute. I'm like, you're not waiting for the place is waiting for you. Hell yeah. I'm claiming that energy for sure. So yeah. And I'm just like, please, like, it's such a good location. It's a little small, not gonna lie, but it's the same rent that I'm paying here. So I'm like, come on, it's, please. The like realtor that we're working with, his name's Justin, and we're just like in the house, like, Justin, like, please come through, Justin. But I don't know, Justin seems pretty cool, so hopefully he'll come through. But I literally just open the deck and it's the Hangman. I'm like, I know we're stuck. I'm aware. 4 more weeks of purgatory, y'all, and then we'll be in Salem. And I can't wait to show you guys. We'll probably do a lot of lives from the cemetery. You know, a lot of lives from cool places in Salem. There's gonna be a lot more Salem content. I'm so excited. Anywho, I think that's it for tonight, my lovelies. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. Well, I can't wait though. My lease is up here August 31st, so I gotta go somewhere. And I have a retreat in Salem in November, so yeah, we're gonna be there September 1st. I know also, I'm like, yeah, moving during peak season in Salem, good job. But it's just how the cards fell and when my lease is up here in Vegas, so I'm fully prepared for everything. Anywho, my friends, I think that's all I got. I'm gonna go eat some dinner, watch House of the Dragon, and I think that's pretty much it. So I will see you guys for the new moon things. You're so welcome. I hope it resonated. I have the weekly reading already up for this week. A lot of kind of similar messages. Now I'm gonna live in downtown Salem. I'm not gonna have a car, so we're gonna be right in Salem. And I can't remember what else I wanted to say. I think that's it. anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I will see you guys this weekend for a new moon workshop. I'll have the classes uploaded tomorrow if I can hopefully figure out where to film some dang yoga. Maybe it'll just be like consolidated yoga, like in a smaller space because I have no space right now. But anywho, we'll be fine. I'm not. I know that the right place is gonna come. Literally, just cut the deck. It's the hangman again. I'm just being told to wait for some reason. And I'm hoping that it's because I actually have this place on my vision board from last year that I found in Salem that I'm like waiting and hoping and praying comes up again for rent. It's so perfect. It's in this like brick building with a black spiral staircase and it has a loft and it's like perfect. And I'm like, so maybe we're just being told to wait for that. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat some dinner, y'all. I hope you guys have a wonderful night and I'll see you next time.